All right, guys, I am back on the mic. I do also got Evan. I'm back on the mic, and I got Evan as well. We are going into the end of the waterfall portion of it. This is everyone in this pool specifically will be moving on, as mentioned, I believe, by Haley. And once we figure out where everybody plays, this will determine who goes against who in the top 16. So everybody will be moving on out at some point.
And this pool, I'll be short, it's going to be very straightforward. You have Full Moon S20 followed up with Quick Round Fox S19.
Yeah.
So if these players can handle some straightforward streams, not lose their timing, they'll be seated well for top 16.
For some people, this would be a very chill set. For others, this would be hell. So it just depends on how these players are. But yeah, this is only 2 songs because, as mentioned, this is just determining who's going to move or where they're going to be seated in the top 16. So Full Moon, not really much in the intro, but going into the actual run now, it does pick up a little bit. So we'll start to see a little bit of runs, some bursts, and stuff like that. Cheese, I do need to switch the name, so I do apologize. This is my first time operating the main war station.
Now, something I've heard from a lot of players that are breaking into 20s, when they look at this chart and they see the ending stream patterns, it's very easy to bad chain because your feet are kind of moving in between the same 2 arrows in the final main pattern of the end run. So you're moving a lot of blue to red and then a lot of yellow to red. And it could be really easy to just leave your foot on one of the arrows.
Yeah, I definitely remember when this chart came out, the pattern that's coming up right now, I like to call it the windshield wipers, but that is the pattern that can be very easy to pick up judgments on. But both players had really good judgments overall.
No issue for Anson. He totally destroyed it.
A 983 and a 981, very close. But that just goes to Cheese. As we are moving on to Quick Brown Fox S19.
Anson continuing to be that ball of happiness that we all love.
I've never met Anson before, but his energy is hilarious to me. This dude is just non-stop energetic. Very excited over everything, it seems like. Doesn't matter how hard it is or whatever. He's just excited to be here.
This is also a very, like we said, similar, straightforward speed runs. Nothing really crazy. End run is a little bit long, and 200 BPM is pretty fast for this difficulty level. But just based off of the last scores on Full Moon, I think both of these players can definitely handle it.
All right, so it's like Full Moon, very straightforward. I will say these runs are a little longer in the first half of the section, unlike Full Moon. Full Moon has more tech patterns, but both players doing very well. Cheese still maintaining combo. Anson picking up a little judgments on this last 2 runs, but that's okay. Still a solid performance overall from both of them. Going into a break, catch their breath.
You'll notice that the patterns between these 2 charts are still extremely different. So even if you're really good at full moon, you might not be able to accurately hit some of the patterns. There are a lot of candles, a lot of mini drills, like 5, 6 arrow drills as well.
Yeah, the swings too with the red, yellow, reds are also very uncomfortable if you don't know how to do it or cheat it. But solid performance overall from both of the players. I do believe Cheese will probably get a double S plus, if not a triple, from what I saw. Anson probably a double S, maybe S plus.
Yeah, that is a triple S, a very solid score. Only 1 miss.
All right, so that does determine the seeds for Cheese and Anson. They are top 2 right now, but you know, obviously we got 6 more to go. We're gonna play the same songs. As you can see their scores. We'll keep this kind of a live update, you know, whenever we're able to. But next, we are going to have, I believe, Ches himself and Grok. I believe that's his name, Grok the House.
Yes.
What an awesome name.
Desmix has been playing extremely well, some very solid accuracy through basically everything he's played. So these charts should play right into what he's going to be good at, and I would expect to see some triple S's from him.
These players are going to log in and all that. We're going to get started.
I can't imagine there's going to be too much that'll trip these players up. Like I said earlier, Grok the House does have a history with ITG. So it does play a lot like a ITG chart. A little bit of only a couple twists on 8th notes. Barely any twists in the runs, if any. Hello there.
From what I've been watching earlier from Chaz on like ESM, yeah, I'm not super worried about the run itself. I was going to say the intro is more or less what I would be concerned about with like brackets and like very technical stuff. Rock getting a couple misses and bats right there. But overall, it's pretty neck and neck right now. I don't know how much the miss that Ches dropped was worth, but it seems like it's pretty even right now.
Ooh, that's gonna
Until
hurt. That drops hold is gonna hurt. Especially now that there's a lot of opportunity for combo for Grok the House to get ahead here. As we said earlier, even though combo does not take a huge impact on score, when you're talking difference of a couple of thousand points mattering, it's very impactful.
Yeah, but Grok is dropping and getting a couple more grades than Chaz. As funny as it is, grades do add up very, very quickly and make a big difference at the end. Both players executing that end very well, though. This is anyone's game.
This was going to be really close. Those grades might have cost him, though. Let's see.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Grok barely lost that by There was that like 120 points. That's like 1 grade. That's crazy.
That's just to go to show the impact of even just a few grades will have on the score when you're talking the difference of thousands or less.
Yeah, ultimately it's still like I'll keep iterating. It doesn't necessarily matter that the 1v1s because it is a cumulative scoring, but it's cool to see how they perform next to each other because it definitely you have a stronger motivation to push harder when you know your opponent could potentially beat you. So you guys want to just push each other to the limits. All right, moving on to Quick Round Fox. S19. Again, straightforward. I feel like this would benefit Ches a little bit more because it's not as technical like the intro is. Full Moon with like all the brackets and stuff. And I feel like that's like one of Ches's biggest weaknesses, brackets.
Now, someone could correct me, but I'm pretty sure Grok the House had his shoes on earlier. I'm seeing the socks out.
Bro, Sniffa. He, I think specifically for like foot speed related stuff, like he takes the shoes off probably because it's easier for him, if I had to guess.
That's very valid. I will be playing in shoes, despite being primarily a socks player, but some stuff like Super Alchema or anything like that, if it does get pulled, I am not playing in shoes. I failed the 20.
All right, Jay's looking very clean, but didn't really pick up that many judgments. I think this does go in favor to Grok.
It'll be close like the last one.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think they swapped in terms of like the first and second half, so we shall see. Oh no, that goes to Grok. Got 6 grades versus the 26.
See, this is where, even though Grok barely lost that first one, that's a really big difference, which will set him up really well for the next seeding.
Yeah. So just to show you the update as well, the cheese is still on top right now. Then it's going to be Grok, then Anson, then Ches. And it really just depends on how everybody else plays. But again, everyone's going to progress no matter what. This is just for seeding purposes at this point. So we will see what happens.
Difficulty zone level 11.
All right.
Level 20.
You're not even on camera right now. You're good whenever. My first time ever going to see Jane play.
Jang is a local that's been in the scene for a pretty long time, and if you notice, he does have already a really solid score on this. So if he's able to replicate that or even improve it, he'll be set up pretty well for seeding into the next rounds. He's been working on his accuracy a lot too. As far as I know, he has, I believe, only one D15. He has not triple S plus.
It's pretty good to work on your fundamentals in the lowers, especially for someone who plays 23s. So. All right. Was able to hit the holds in the bracket tech.
Now something interesting. Jang is new to using the FD modifier, which hides the arrow receptors. Something that he's always used just normal, but in the last week or so, he's switched to using FD, and he said it's helped his accuracy a lot. And to the point of getting a triple S on, I believe, Human Extinction S22 with an SG as well.
I got no miss on that. I remember that. That was wild. FD is the way, man.
I agree.
All right, going to the second half. Ramps up a little bit more. Both solid performance on the first half. Both trading judgments back and forth, still pretty even. How are they going to perform on this? Couple goods on the left. It's going to be really close.
Yeah.
Pretty even trades overall.
Wow.
It's a superb game. That's crazy.
Almost replicates his score exactly.
Jang almost got one miss. Very solid.
Next stage. Level 20.
Oh, dude, they should have picked passing rider. That would have been an A chart.
That chart is something.
It is A chart.
That was one of the weirdest charts in Prime 2. I feel like he's kind of saying a lot. There was a couple of funky ones in Prime 2.
Did you say that Imgo peaked at Prime 2?
I think he peaked in Prime 2 and Prime, yeah.
You know he made passing rider?
You know, every peak has a low right next to it, okay?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I disagree with that statement personally. I think he's really good in Phoenix, but to each their own.
I think he's all right in Phoenix. I think his best stuff is the Nanahira Extreme Music School.
I agree. Those are just phenomenal charts overall.
Peak. However, I'd be lying to say if I did not want Creed back.
I do want Creed. Creed was great. Tomboy is fantastic too. I love is it G-Idol who made those songs? Whatever, the Tomboy and Queen Card, I think those charts are great too. I also like Demon and Laplace. I don't know, he's had some pretty good tech charts, but if you're not really a tech enjoyer, I can totally get it, which you're more of a straightforward runner.
Yeah, I mean, I think Demon and Laplace has some good ideas. I'm just not a fan of how some of the patterns resolve in the ending.
That's fair.
Queen Card is a very, we'll say, interesting chart.
It's fun. You get to twerk. Anyways, enough about that. Going into Quick Brown Fox, though. Again, with the performance of both these players, getting Jang only getting one miss and Trenchcoat getting none, I would anticipate that we're going to get a similar viewing on both of these as well, to where maybe not FCs, but very strong scores and accuracy overall. Jang rushing the intro a little bit.
Both of them just trading that miss.
Couple misses. I think it's even right now. depending on how they do. Those bads are really gonna cost Trenchcoat though. Overall, Jang had a really solid performance in that. Only a couple greats really. Oh, that drop hold, it's really unfortunate too. All right, going past the build up. Both holding on. Jang really not giving any sort of lead at all. Maintaining that combo. Closing is going to close it out very, very clean.
Still played it the same way as Full Moon. Miss early in the first run and just destroy the ending.
Well, when you got that pressure of no missing at that point, because you already missed, you just go in. That's always how it is. 1-1.
Wow.
Almost a triple S too.
It's going to be tough to beat the scores that Jang just put up for a higher seed.
He almost got the run title. Yeah, it just kind of got cold really quick. All right, so just to quickly show, currently the way the seeds are, it's seed 9 through 16. So starting from the top is Jang at 9, Cheese at 10th, Trenchcoat at 11, Brock the House at 12, Anson at 13, and Ches at 14. We do still got 2 more players. We got Gucci Tank and Vincent ITG who are going to be playing, and you know, these are the top 2 seeds in this pool. So, you know, they could easily get to the top, or they could have an upset, which we've been seeing a couple times throughout this event, where the top seeds of their pool actually get knocked out in the same pool as well. So anything can happen to where they could get last potentially. But I'm unfortunately unfamiliar with Gucci Tang's pump background, so I can't really comment on his skill set as much as I know Vincent. Vincent has been very much up and coming in the pump scene. He's very well known in the ITG community, so obviously very straightforward charts with an ITG background and stamina is going to translate very, very easily into these kind of charts coming up.
Now, what I will say is interesting is Gucci Tang has a AA+ SG on this chart.
I did not see that. That is crazy. So he's really good at hitting the notes.
Yes.
Maybe just not so much as accurately hitting the notes, which the way the qualifiers were in this, it goes on pumpability, which pumpability favors more higher clears. In a sense, it does balance out a little bit, but I know Vincent is particularly good at hitting more accurately than worrying about clears. I do apologize about not transitioning in the beginning. They're both full comboing right now, so there wasn't a whole lot that was missing. Yeah, you can kind of see with Gucci, like he is hitting the notes, but he is getting a lot of grades and other judgments in comparison to Vincent.
We've already seen how that can add up to your score and just barely choke out a loss.
They're not hitting the clock. All right. Second half, Vincent does drop a little bit, but generally speaking, like Vincent is only dropping and not really getting a lot of other judgments in comparison to Gucci, who is hitting a lot of the notes, but is picking up a lot of grades and goods, which I will unfortunately say that will probably go to Vincent more than likely, because he did get 166 grades with Gucci
Pretty handedly, too.
And 988 on Vincent's side. So yeah, Vincent did get 7 misses compared to the 3, but that grade count is very, very big.
Just about between all the misses were just perfect.
Level 20. Level 20.
Now this is a bit of a difference from Gucci Tang's last PV.
Yeah, that's
Manning
dramatic.
is pretty strong, and Vincent also having a 997 SG, extremely high score. So this will probably be a good one to watch.
I really wonder why he has a way better score on this than Full Moon. I wonder like what the reason would be, because they're both same BPM. They're both structured very similarly for the most part in terms of the run, but
what I would likely guess is Full Moon is actually 10 BPM slower.
oh, it is. Okay.
So it could be that he's trying to stream 200 BPM and then mistakenly on 190 BPM. Full Moon does have some pretty I'm going to use a hand rhythm game term here, splashable patterns, where your foot's going to be on an arrow that it's not supposed to be on. You're going to hit it too early just because your foot's just already on it.
So Vincent's still holding on to a combo right now. All right, going into the final section. Very solid performance of Vincent overall. I only really saw like a couple, like with the 1 miss.
Wow.
Absolutely perfect!
Extremely impressive accuracy from Vincent IGG. 1 great. No goods, no bads, just misses.
So with that, here is the pool of the seeds of everything that are going to come up. So in 9th place is going to be Vincent. In 10th place is going to be Jing. Seed 11 is Cheese. Seed 12 is Trenchcoat. Seed 13 is Grok the House. Seed 14 is Anson. 15 is Ches. And seed 16 is Gucci Tang. So we're going to have a group photo of the Redshift event that's going on today with everybody here at some point here shortly. We do have a wireless camera, so we will be someone will be streaming it, so I've been informed we might not be using that, so I am unsure. What I will say is, though, we are going to go on an intermission in the meantime. According to the schedule, and we're pretty much kind of getting on track, we'll be back around 4:30-ish to go into top 16. So if you guys want to go get food or bathroom or whatever you guys need to do, now's the time to go do that, and then we'll be back. And if there's any update, we'll let everybody know as well. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching the second half of the pool, and we'll be back with top 16 here in a little while, okay? Thank you, guys.